have to really give credit to Cleveland, and particularly in the first half. Even though they gave up 61 points, we talked earlier, there were some spectacular plays by Klay Thompson to keep him in the game. But the defense overall was night and day from game 4. Cleveland just getting out, making life difficult. We're actually going to be blinded by the 82 points combined of Kyrie and LeBron, but collectively, defensively, I thought Cleveland did a stellar job.
It was an intense game on both sides. There were 19 blocked shots in this game between the two teams. LeBron had 3 of them on his own, but guys were coming down and were sharp in terms of shot making for the most part. It looked like even some of the misses were good. Although I'll say this, Golden State, for a really good shooting team, has more air balls than anybody I've ever seen. Well, it's weird, right?
It is. When you apply defensive pressure, particularly out on the perimeter, and you're challenging 3-point shots, you're going to get bad misses and you're going to get some air balls. During the regular season, we didn't see great perimeter defense. I think as the playoffs have increased, particularly with OKC now in Cleveland, we're seeing perimeter defense being played. Not at a high level, not at an excellent level, but good enough to contest shots and make people have to earn their baskets, and that's what we see. And when you're shooting that far away from the basket, sometimes you're going to have some ugly misses as well as some pretty makes.
Both teams will probably look back at the Warriors' possessions and see a few missed shots that they might not count on moving forward. In terms of, if you're Cleveland, you're probably thinking you dodged some bullets here.
Well, they did dodge some bullets. Obviously, what Isaiah said was right. I mean, Cleveland made Golden State a little uncomfortable. They got in their space, forcing right here Klay Thompson to take an ill-advised shot. We've seen Steph Curry make this shot a number of times. He missed that there. And then Harrison Barnes, Smitty, I mean, he had 2 or 3 open looks. They were just letting him shoot, and he made those shots earlier. We've seen Steph Curry make this shot. No one's within 5 feet of him, but was unable to knock it down. So, not making shots at critical times. Once again, Harrison Barnes at top of the key. Matt, they may have dodged a bullet a little bit here. Those were shots that we're accustomed to seeing. But, hey, it's a make or miss league. And, they didn't make the shots. They relied too heavily on the perimeter shots. And what you saw from Cleveland, they mixed it up. They mixed it up. They went to the basket. They got to the mid-range. They hit 3-pointers. They got to the free throw line. So they didn't live on 3-point shooting. They had a more balanced approach offensively.
I look at it, Grant, and Harrison Barnes, it looked like he was playing a Draymond Green role in the offense, because every pick and roll, he was a roll and replace at the top. Usually I'm used to Harrison Barnes getting his 3-point shots from the break down to the corner. He didn't look comfortable, Isaiah and Grant, taking those top of the key threes. Hesitation, a little bit long for him. If he could have knocked down some shots, they'd have changed their defense a little bit.
And we know the top of the key on out, those are the longest 3-point shots to make. As you come around on the side and in the corner, those are the short 3-pointers. Draymond Green knocks down those long 3-pointers like Klay and Steph does. Everyone else kind of struggles from that distance. So I thought having Barnes out there, having to take shots from that distance as opposed to taking them on the side or in the corner where he's accustomed to taking those shots, was a little different for him.
Barnes had a miserable night. 2 of 14 from the field, just 1 of 6 from the 3-point line.